Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Discord. And Handelabra, yes. Sentinels of the Island! Where was I? Sentinels of the Multiverse, Battle of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, and you can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. I hope that I set things up correctly. Sentinels of the Island makes me feel like I just posted something wrong. I just want to do a quick double check. Yeah, Spirit Island, Spirit Island. I think that's correct. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna play some Spirit Island today. I know I'm on a Sentinels kick. We've been doing a lot of Sentinels one-shots and villainy stuff, and then last week we did Spirit Island multiplayer. But today's the 1-year anniversary of the digital release of Spirit Island, so like I have to play it, right? I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. So we're gonna just start here and wonder what we're gonna do. We're doing 2 spirits. I thought about doing a 4-player game, but I think I'll try for 2 players. I think I will try second wave stuff, but I think I want to use an adversary because one of the things of second wave, although you can't read it here, is that if you win the game and start another one, if the island wasn't blighted, the adversary levels up. And so it could be fun to try to get to England 6, although I don't think we have enough time for that. I'm not intending to do a speed run of this. I'm not intending to do all the spirits. I'm not necessarily intending to play until I lose, but we'll just see how this goes. But I do want to start with the England 0 in any case, and we'll just see how it goes. So only the additional loss condition of 7 or more buildings are in a single land. The invaders win. The stage 2 escalation on each board with a building. Build in the land with the most buildings. I'm going to try to refer to this icon as building instead of town cities because it's really buildings. In each land with buildings. Well, if that said in each land with buildings, that'd be a lot worse. Also, you can double click and zoom in apparently. Cool. We're now on England 6. Great. Fantastic. Start with River and Wildfire. I guess starting with Wildfire is good for second wave because it puts more blight on the board, which gives you more to work with later. Yeah, sure. We'll just start. Let's just start. And we still have the thematic map layout. We'll play with it. What the hell? Building and jungles, and we don't have England 1, so builds can be prevented with pushing as is normal. Okay. This is a test of do you understand all the spirits in the game? I mean, River, I kind of know the expected opening. Wildfire, I always have to take a second to think. So when you place presence, you deal damage equal to fire, and the first presence is fire, so would deal damage. I know you probably go generally for growth option 3 to get energy, because you start with 0 energy per turn, and you don't actually have much energy growth on your presence track. John always goes for card plays. I'm just going to go for energy this game. No, I'm not doing that. So, like, Wildfire stops a build by just putting presence in the land. Also, do I have events? I do have events, okay. Just want to double check that I didn't screw up settings from last time. So I can at least stop D6. D2 has a lot of stuff in it. I have a town in my land. So if I take a plant in some capacity, I deal damage. I could also use asphyxiating smoke or something to take out the town in D7 and not worry about it, but that's an expensive card. +1 damage with each damage dealing power they use this turn. It's not really needed unless I wanted to take out the town in B6 with flash floods. But in doing so, they build in B8 and B4, and they still see everything. Well, with River probably getting Sacred Site B1 and then working towards the Sacred Site D3 seems correct. That's easy. With Wildfire, will you go for energy unless I don't want energy? I guess I could push the town out of D7 and then they don't see D8 anymore. So if they explore mountains, it's less visible, which is nice. If we get so lucky, it's a 33% chance of that. You never really use this card ever, right? So I guess we'll just do that. We'll take the energy, we'll go up card place track, take out that explorer, double grow river towards the reclaim 1 on card plays. We have 1 energy, so we can't play flash floods. Probably wash away and River's Bounty. Save Boon of Vigor for next turn. When Wildfire plays 2 cards, gives me what I need for this. If I reclaim River's Bounty, I get the stage 2 massive flooding next turn. Can't play flash floods. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. It's only difficulty 1. I shouldn't overthink everything. It's easy. Game is easy. I only had 2 fire. I could have done 1 damage, I guess, if I so wanted. There's no event on the first turn. There's no fear cards. So there's not really any reason to do that anyway. They explore the sands. Just be careful you don't underthink. You fool, you fell for one of the classic blunders! Yeah, the original plan was probably to just take out the towns in B4, B8, push them out. Stopping a build is always better, though. It's England 0, so they're not going to build in B5 if there's nothing in there. Wildfire deals with D7 with Firestorm, deals with D4 with Presence placements. So if I use like Wash Away and Massive Flooding on B3 and B5, then we have no build next turn. But of course the problem is B4 Ravages and Cascades, or Blights and Cascades, B8 Blights, D2 Blights. Which D2, I'm probably just going to let Blight, of course. The Land of the Cities, kind of hard to deal with immediately. The Dahan in B8 would be a concern, but we could River's Bounty them. I can't reclaim Wash Away and play Wash Away and Flash Floods. I won't have enough energy for that. Which means that if either of these sands do build, or this sand builds, the only one I would be able to deal with Massive Flooding is B5. So B5 might as well just build. D4 is wildfire, B3 is... Actually, no, if wildfire takes care of B3 instead, River could deal with D4 if River so wanted. Interesting. I think I'm pulling these Dahan out anyway. So I don't think that's getting defended. I think wash away and B4 just has to happen. Go into my river. Oh, but now the problem is I can't massive flood B3 or D4. I guess that's the problem. Okay, well, we will wash away this guy. And then massive flood here in hopes that the event doesn't involve extra damage. So now Wildfire has some energy and hates these cards. Well, Flame Sphere is fine. Asphyxiating Smoke and Flash Fries, stupid expensive. For what they do. For what they do. Two energy to deal 1 damage. It's almost like Devouring Ants. Is it Devouring Ants? No, it's the other one. This one can do 2 damage, which is fine. But the one that's kind of questionable was what? I don't remember. It was 1 energy and deals 1 damage, basically. Or I don't know, it was 1 energy, destroys an explorer fast, right? Like Flash Floods. Yeah, Flash Floods. Terrible. I guess I do have Flash Floods for preventing a build. If I Flames Fury, actually, then Flash Floods would deal 2 damage or 3 damage to a coastal land. It takes out a city. Ooh. 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 Yeah, I think we're just gonna give Wildfire a power here, hoping for something free with fire. Swarming Wasps gives fire. None of these gives plant. Fire Air is actually fairly okay. It makes Flash Fries fast. It potentially lets us split this power's damage. Fire in the Sky, however. Fast Strife. And, well, I guess Strife is not a token that would be preserved in second wave. Swarming Wasps just gives beasts, or pushes explorers on a land with beasts, which, well, the only one that would be relevant is B5, which is River's domain. I think it's Fire in the Sky, but I don't think. I guess I could Strife D5, but they're not ravaging. But Fire in the Sky seems good. Fire in the Sky would be a great card, even if it didn't have Fear, because it just puts Strife on the board. I guess it's it, but I don't really have a use for it this turn is the thing. That's why I'm hesitant. But stop that build seems good. We want a plant to take out the D7 guy. We don't have a town in our land, so it's gonna be Flame's Fury. And something. And something. I could strife D2, but I don't have the sacred site next to it. It's only D7. So it's not safe going into D2 unless I flash floods D2. Yeah, I'm gonna flash floods D2. That seems fun. In which case it's safe for me to go there, and then I'm one space away from D1, and then I have the sacred site on every land on the board. Or every wetland on the board. Oh. You don't have visibility to B5. Range 2. Oh, range 2. There's... Okay, I could destroy this now in D5 then. They're not building. I guess I will accept. Perhaps, I don't know. It does something, which is better than does nothing. Bam. 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 Event card says species spread. We have 0 moon. And we have no moon cards. Oh yeah, okay. We're just not even given this choice because we couldn't even do the transmute. Okay. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it is fast, add a blight to a land with a building. Well, in land D, that's gonna put a cascade. Oh no, it's fast. Ask me if I care. Each spirit with 2 Dahan amongst its lands gains an energy. That will be both of us, so that's good. Half the boards add a disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders to do 2 damage to Dahan there. I can't do it in B5. It's looking like it's lighting up, but it's asking for the board first. Because it's relevant here. Just wondering, so we have enough Dahan for river. Could destroy the Dahan in D5, put a disease there, but it seems better for coastal disease. Put in B1. Yeah. And bear in mind, it was put under the top 2 cards, which means we know it's coming 3 cards from now. They're exploring mountains. Aha! They're not looking at D8. You fool! You fall for one of my classic blunders! I wish I could look at the event deck to double check that was under the top 2, but I can't. Oh well. Oh well. Sentinels has spoiled me so much. They're building in D5. So you need to get out of my land. I keep freaking... Oh, that's an interesting... That's a bug. Spirit panel go brrr. All right, so Sands Ravage, Massive Flooding. I have +1 damage with this one. I could actually just do it in B2, and that would actually stop a build and take out another city. John's mad. I could let them Ravage B5. It's just a blight. The bug is you keep doing that. Hey, it was funny. I'm gonna push you into the wetlands. Any Dawn at risk. The only ravage is B5. We've taken all the cities, so if the event says a single Dahan next to a city becomes a town, there's no cities. Is there anything isolated that I should pull out for some reason? There's nothing. I guess there's a chance I could defend B5 if I draw a good power card on River. River's getting a power card. Wildfire is probably getting a power card. This is happening here anyway, so that's just happening. And this pushes for sure, it does. Which is, I guess we'll just push you on the coast. When in doubt, coast it up. I just don't know where I want my Dahan to be. Where do I want my army? This board's almost empty already. And it will be empty when this wildfire puts a presence. That's funny. It's difficulty 1. That's what happens at difficulty 1. I guess it doesn't matter, so we'll just gather here and just get Dahan. This board's almost empty, so we can empty it, I guess. I guess another consideration is moving Dahan for second wave, but... is it too early to say we're in second wave now? You're getting a power. Those would have been nice river cards. River's getting a power. Reaching Grasp at least is an okay river power. And good elements for river. Scour the land would make Wildfire happy, I guess. Probably want plant. All of these cards are 1 energy, so kind of tragic there as well. Jungle Sands Blade removal. And potential wilds. I guess we could consider the wilds, because that's a token that can be preserved between games. I don't know how I feel about Voracious Growth. This removes Blight from Jungle Wetlands. This removes Blight from Jungle Sands. So kind of similar lands. Except Sands has more Blight. Jungle has just the 2. I'll just take Renewing Rain and maybe get its threshold someday. And I think it's Reaching Grasp here, because that can make Fire in the Sky hit whatever Fire in the Sky wants to hit. I can actually use Flash Fires fast. In which case I don't actually need to put my presence in D5. If I get Reaching Grasped with +2 range, this is range 3 Strife. Doesn't reach B5. Pretty sure you're playing Boon of Vigor to give Wildfire some energy. Not 100% sure about Reaching Grasp. Mountains build, the only one is B7. We are getting to stage 2, so there will be escalations. But there's 3 and 4 with B7. 4-way tie with 1 land. I think that seems good. Just need another sun. I just don't know where I would want that strife to be. But there's like no one right here that I could strife, so I think I'm just doing Sacred Site here in any case. And so I want the Reaching Grasp. And I want to save Flash Floods for when I can use it with Flame's Fury. I guess I'll take Wash Away to stop a build. Do I just stop a Blight with this? John's mad because I just stopped a Blight with this. Oh, I can just Power Storm this guy. I have 3 fire, so it's... Yeah, it would have been 4 fire if this card had been fire, but I didn't have that option. Oh, but it has to be in a land with Blight. It's time to remove Blight. It is time. Why are you still here? It is time. Well, this is limited by land type. So that Explorer just goes. D5 has Blight. You're too slow, John! Why are you engaging with the Twitch delay? You should be more psychic. I could stop this build? I'll stop this build. Stage 2. So after advancing invader cards, perform a build step for one terrain not shown under any invader action. Okay. Well, sands will be gone. It can't be mountains, and then it depends on what this one is. But otherwise, like, there would be a city in B5 if it does sands. Can't select mountains. Jungle has things. Wetlands has these 2 things. I don't know. Each beast deals 2 damage. Remove any token that destroys a building. Huh. Huh. Well, yeah, it's only this land that matters. And then add a Dahan to mountains or sands with Dahan. Do I kill the thing in B5? So that potentially I just build in B5? I guess they could explore... Well, they can't explore sands and then build, because it would be a revealed card. But sands is... Like, the next card is either mountain, sands, wetlands, jungle, or coastal. I think we just take it out. But having a beasts for second wave would be nice. I think we'll leave it. And then this is mountains or sands. There's only one option here. Put one there. And the forced option there. Hey, fear card. We have a fear card, by the way. Remove from the land where it is the only invader. Well, that actually lets us remove the town in B5 and empties the sands. All the mountains are currently empty. The jungle still has the B8. Wetlands is just wetlands. I think we remove this guy from the sands, this guy from the jungle, and if they do build B8, we could probably just deal with it. Because we're a river! Building in the mountains. That was a very wonderful Ravage and build. Very, very helpful Ravage and build there. Okay. So now there is a guy in the sands. Using Wildfire on the first wave, you're not sure if that's a bold choice or a brilliant one. It's a random choice. Although I have heard using Wildfire early puts more blight on the board, so you have more light to work with for future waves, but I'm not sure. Even though they're gonna build in the sands, that's still the best one, right? Because jungle puts a city here and also a town there. Like, every land type exists on the coastal, so might as well just be sands. Jungle sands blight removal. None of them are coastal. Well, 2 of them are coastal, but they don't have blight. Achievement progress. Embrace metamorphosis. If I could have gotten Dahan in B2, although I couldn't have done it with River's Bounty, but a Dahan in B2 would ensure that... I guess there's a disease, I don't care about it. There's a disease in B1. So theoretically I could just wash away and not care about it. Can't see this land with massive flooding now. How many buildings are left? Well, I guess we're still tier level 1 for some reason. We need 13 more fear to get to the no building victory condition. Using this to destroy a town seems correct. Using this to stop a city seems correct, and I can only destroy a town here, so purple. The only one that stops a build, although there is the disease, but we can preserve the disease. Although, well, B2 is going away, but B1 could be preserved and saved for the next wave, is my thinking. And you can wash away. I'll throw you in the jungle. It's not like it's increasing visibility. It does see D4, but probably something's building on the coast over on D land, because this is a reclaim for river or for wildfire turn. Just take a miner. Let's give me a free miner. Those aren't fire cards. Well, I guess it's called a ferocity is fire. There's no fire in plant was the thing. Never mind. There's a fire card there. Logic. This is not a reclaim turn. But if you gain a power card, you play 4 cards. Reclaim once, you will have 4 cards. This is a power card turn. Song of Sanctity. That's a progression deck card. Removes Blight from Mountain Jungle. Call to Migrate puts a Dahan in. Well, I guess it's slow. Called Isolation could push a Dahan into a land that's ravaging, like B2. But if we're playing 4 cards, we would like to hit this threshold, which means we're reclaiming Wash Away. We need 3 suns. Wash Away does not have a sun, so it's going to be Song of Sanctity, just because of element considerations. And now I could use my, whatchamacallit, Massive Flooding and B6. Do I take the fire card? Down up to 3 Dahan, or if there is Dahan, a fear and push and explore in a town. Well, guess there are guys near in those lands that could be pushed around, I suppose. It is free. Not actually going to be getting much energy this turn. We've been very fortunate that Boon of Vigor has been getting some sustain to Wildfire, but it's not innate sustain. 1 damage to a different invader. Stops a build. Let's take the fire card. Just take the fire card so you can do damage in your land. that has nothing in it. Tragedy. We do have flash floods. Does that change some considerations? You're going in wetlands. That's for sure. Ta-da! So surely, like, that's just to stop a build somewhere. We actually stopped 2 of the builds already. There's 4 left, right? Aha! 3 builds. 3. I guess because of the disease. But preserving... Oh, I guess we're already preserving B1, so B2 could build if it so wanted. It doesn't matter. We could stop D1, D2, or D3. We have visibility to all of those. Gather Dahan. Push invaders or remove blight. Wash away massive flooding. Yeah, so there's lots of things to do. This is one of those click cards games, I guess. Which tends to happen at difficulty whatever. Do we need extra damage? Actually, if I take extra damage... Oh, but I guess... If I take extra damage, I could, like, clear B4 or something, but... This is dealing 2 damage. There's no city, so it would wipe that land. This would deal 2 damage and take out a town somewhere, but we're stopping a build with it. So we don't want the extra damage this turn done. We don't have anything in our lands. We don't have extra range. Could I push something into my land? With Call to Ferocity, I can, but that's too slow. That's too slow. What if I did flash fries? I don't know if I need this strafe or not. No, the strafe doesn't do anything. I guess I could strafe B4. I could do asphyxiating smoke, but there is a town. It ranged 1. And now this is fast and stops the build. Push them slow and destroy them fast next turn. True, I could do that, I suppose. There's no one... I'm not even coastal. Jeez. I'll just play cards. I'll just click on buttons and play some cards. On each board, in a land with exactly 1 Dahan. There's none. Oh yeah. That's the event. That's the event card. That's the event card, everyone. That was the event card. Of course, it went by so fast because, you know, that's how John decided to program it. You can't read the event card. Whoops. On each board, in a land with exactly 1 Dahan that has or is adjacent to a city, replace that Dahan with a town. Well, there were no cities on the board. Each beast deals 2 damage. Either that happened or didn't happen. I don't remember. Choose a land with at least 2 Dahan, at least 2 buildings. Each Dahan destroys a building and add a blight. I guess that didn't happen either. Nothing happened. Enjoy it. So land D is empty still. Fun fact. We're building in land B. I guess I did want extra damage because I'm building a town, a city. Whatever shall I do? They're building a city. Oh, shucksy darns. I took out everything from that. There's no coastal mountain on board D. There's still nothing in landing. All right, whatever. I can't even see that land. This is the only ravage that's happening, and it's just dealt with already. All right, cool. It would be nice if I could have seen that. I could just put a presence there. Although it's gonna add a blight, which means that second wave's gonna be harder. I don't really care. Let's just wrap this up. Let's end this. Mountain jungle blight removal, if there's no explorer in there. I could remove that one. Or do I just stop a build? I'm just gonna stop a build. We'll focus everyone in land B4. Oh, I could have. Oh, I can't see that. Or, yeah, I'm not in that land. So all the mountains are empty, all the coastal lands are empty, so it's just whatever. Let's move you closer to the coast. This wipes out a land. Doesn't take out that. There's no extra damage. This is just gonna happen here. Let's clear out the blighted jungle. I don't want to push those guys. I want them to stay. I guess I could push something into my land so I have something to nom. Well, I guess I could gather, but there's nothing to gather. There. I have something in my land, although it's not bladed, so it's not firestormable. Oh well. This is a card that Wildfire would have liked. Why is this game so easy? Growth through sacrifice potentially removes blight. Do I just avoid putting blight at this point? Because there's no build, no explorer, no ravage. Well, there is an explorer, but just need to get enough fear to win. That's the annoying thing. We need to win. This is the awkward part where it's like we're doing so well in this game, there's no towns and cities to destroy, except without towns and cities, we can't progress the fear. I don't know. Let's take this option because of energy concerns. Oh yeah, because I didn't actually take a fire, right? I was like, at first I wondered whether that counted for presence placement. And then second, I wondered why no blight was done. Blow up the 2 buildings and win the game in fast. See, I'm wondering... Problem is we're not even at terror level 2. I need 7 fear in order to get to the no town victory condition. Okay, here's a thought. I can take out the city fast. If instead of doing what I just did, because that guy's not doing anything, I reposition this. I'm gonna do the damage to the city. There's no ravage, no things, so we'll just finish pushing that. We're gonna do growth through sacrifice. We're gonna destroy River's presence here, and then Wildfire can add a fire presence, which will do enough damage to take out the city, but doesn't actually put the blight that destroys River. Well, it would have destroyed River's presence, but that way I preserve River's presence. And then I will have a land with blight, I guess. I don't know. Here, take extra damage. Whatever. The clicking on cards step. The problem is, I guess, like, that's better than renewing rain. Actually, no. I hit the threshold on this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if I have +1 damage, then Flash Floods does take out the town, and then there's no more buildings, which means there's no escalation. Even with the build, there's no escalation. I still have this. I'm not gonna hit the super threshold. Oh no, this says water on it. Oh. The problem is I only have 2 more card plays, and I don't have a Sun Earth card. That's the problem. So just blight removal. And then whatever I want. Reaching Grasp. Or River's Bounty. I don't know. River's Bounty. Oh, right. I have to target. This is what's so confusing. It's like target Wildfire, and then I destroy my presence. Let's put you actually on the coast. Coastal Dahan seem more useful. Yeah, I didn't actually... I feel like the order of operations there didn't actually line up as intended, because... Unless there was already a blight there. I don't remember. I don't think there was. You have to do them in the order on the card. That's what I thought. So you lied to me, John. You lied to me. Terror level 1. Here, join... Oh, that has my presence, so I can't go there. But I can kill these guys. I could have... Oh, I was just doing 2 damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Hey, you're back. And this time we have options. Add blight to a land with town city? There are none. There are none of them. Or I could transmute to add a beast to a land with buildings in which there's none of them. So we'll just let them bloom to no effect. Well, your insinuation was that I would remove the blight that I just added. But yeah, I suppose you didn't specify that. So I am still going to blame you. I'm still going to blame you for everything. I want a disease in this land, but there's no invaders here. Well, there are invaders, but there's no Dahan there. And there's already a disease on this board, and I can only keep one of them. Or is it only... No, it's actually keep... This is what I don't remember. Is it one per board, or is it total number? I'm just going to do it this way. I don't remember if it's one per board, or if it's equal to the number of spirits on the land, or on the board, or on the game. That's one. That's one. It's total. Okay, so we have 2 disease now. Cool. What happened was the fear card said, skip the lowest numbered land. And there was only one jungle that invaders could see. So they just skipped it. Cool. So now can we win? 2 fear away. Do we get fear in any capacity? Jungle sands, remove blight, and wilds. You don't have visibility there. I guess, actually, my sanctity actually should go here, and that way I can do all these things. All right. We don't have any push, so we just gotta kill that. Oh, we have 2 guys to kill, I guess. I guess. Two fear or kill 2 invaders. I guess there is the aspect that we're keeping a card. I'm gonna take a major here just to keep it. I suppose. And it reaches all thresholds if it's less than 10 elements. Flow like water seems like fun. Blazing renewal, of course, is fun, but I'll take flow like water. I need to reclaim a sun card if I want that level threshold, but I'm not sure if that's happening. I'm not sure. Hey, I hit the threshold. Nice. Am I even in a mountain? No. No. You don't have flash floods because I destroyed it. Okay, I'll use it on myself. I don't need to. But then I don't know. Where's my fear again? Blight and invaders, there are none. Unless I could push someone fast. I'm just gonna focus on... Oh, it's kind of annoying. Assuming that, well, the explorer is definitely gonna explore something. I could try to get the threshold on this to get another wilds. If you move your presence, yeah, you move your presence, which will put a blight. Hey, hey. If I add a, if I, oh, okay, never mind. We win. Okay. 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 We win. Flow like water gives us the victory. But I don't even need like anything else, but whatever. Come with me, explorer. Uh-oh, you died. Whoops. And then we kill you. Wait. Oh, this is not fast. That's a problem. That needs to be fast. Okay, now it's fast. But I need... well, I don't need anything, actually. Just flick water and then a fast flash fries, that does it. Come with me, explorer! Oops. Alright, there are no invaders on the island. Terror level 1 victory. 1 hour for the first wave, but that's because I'm slow. Let's move on to the second wave, this time with more enthusiasm. But first, take a look at our score. 33. 16 Dahan, 4 Blights. Which I think actually is the same number we started the game with. Because it's 1 on each board, and then Wildfire adds 2 more. Second wave. So how it works, we keep 1 of each token type per player, so we're going to keep 2 beasts, 2 wilds, 2 disease. Which, we have the 2 disease, we have 2 beasts. And we have a wilds. That's cool. 2 blight per player, so that's 4 blight. We have the 4 blight. All Dahan. In lands with 3 Dahan or more, push 1 Dahan to adjacent lands until there are 2 or fewer. Then on each board with 2 or 4 Dahan, add 1 Dahan to the lowest numbered land Dahan. Then on each board with 9 Dahan or more, remove Dahan until there are 8 or fewer. Lots of words to say. Just make sure the Dahan are evenly spread. There's 2 lands with 3 Dahan. This board has 9. This board has 7. So this board is not going to be touched. This board is going to remove 1. Increase adversary level by 1. Add a town to land 5. Pre-printed invaders start closer to the coast. So a town printed on land 7 will go to land 4, add a town to land 5. Anything else that's pre-printed is moved 3 lands closer. Okay. We also don't know what the blight card is. Play! Set aside 1 power card to assist with the next game. That's also a part of it. Which is on what, on this side? Once stage 3 begins, power cards set aside may be played. They cost nobody any energy or card plays, grant no elements, may target any land. Thresholds trigger if they require 10 or fewer elements. Each one is discarded after 1 use, or at the end of the game if playing further waves. And it counts as coming from that spirit. So if flow like water is counting as coming from river, though it doesn't actually matter, it will hit the thresholds. It matters for like ocean, or for Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. And I think threatening flames, because it would be wildfire's presence that this cares about, which there are none, so it would be just, you know. Let's take renewing rain, because the threshold gives a wilds, which can help, at least with setup. Then we're pushing here. Push you into that land, push you into that land. We have to remove one. Let's remove the inner sands one. Might be better to have 4 lands with 2 Dahan though, because if it's a town ravage, it can blight, but the Dahan still kills the town. But I don't know. We are now on level 1. Invader build actions affect lands without invaders if they are adjacent to at least 2 buildings before the build action. And the random spirits we got, and I'm gonna stick with random for this. I think it's fun. Thunder Speaker and Fangs. And Thunder Speaker starting on the land with 8 Dahan. And we actually have a choice here. We don't ordinarily get a choice here with Thunder Speaker. But the setup says put 2 presents on your starting board, 1 in each of the 2 lands with the most Dahan. And there's a 3-way tie here. So we actually get a choice where we want those to go. But let's see. City on land 2. Town land 4, town land 5. Actually say that on the second wave. Actually, why is that city there? Go 3 lower. I don't know. There's a city there. Probably always going to be a city there. I don't know. There's also town land 1 here. Or no, that's land 3. Duh. Okay. I want you to go in that land because there's a city there. I'm gonna put you in this land so you can see inner land B a little more easily. Fangs also gets a choice here. Fang's choice is standard, and we want to go in a land with beasts. We also have an extra beast, thanks to Fangs. I want to be actually over here so I can see land D a little more easily. They explore sands. They don't see D7. They see D7. Never mind, there's D5. Never mind, they see D7. I know what I'm talking about. So usually we just take cards with Fangs all the time. This gives plant and animal, which is nice. It requires a sacred site, which is less nice. All the isolation would actually stop B3 really well. And yeah, there's 3 city builds happening, so stopping at least one of them would be really handy. England 1. Yeah, it is England 1. Oh, you're saying would it stop the bill because of England 1? I see what you're saying. Yeah, it won't stop the bill because there's 2 adjacent things. This also pushes, so it doesn't actually reduce the number of adjacent things. So it would still build, but it would stop a city build. It would still build, but it won't be a city. I'd have to be range 1, but that can easily be arranged. Other thought is, am I going to be able to hit ranging hunt this turn? I don't think. I think I could ranging hunt to get beasts, like in B3. Maybe? No, that's not even going to be enough. I guess I could. So if I do ranging hunt to move like the beast in D3 or something into B4 into B3, and I move my presence along, the next turn I add a presence to B3 and I convert it to a beast. Or I put my presence in B4, convert that to a beast, and then I do that explorer and move, or the ranging hunt there and move. It doesn't do the damage. I can't really do enough damage with ranging hunts. Just take out a town. I can set it up to take out the town they build in B3, especially if I call to isolation it. I call it isolation the town that's in there so they don't build the city. Or I do let them build a city and then I deal 3 damage next turn with ranging hunt. In which case I'm not actually adding any presence to the board, I'm just converting them all to beasts. D5 could blight, that's fine. D4 could blight, that's fine. And I can stop D7 if I use sudden ambush. Is expensive though. I don't even remember what the standard Thunder Speaker opening is, because I never actually follow the standard Thunder Speaker opening. Manifest could happen in D2 if I so wanted it to. I could also manifest in D4. Let them build city and then do 6 damage very easily. Although I guess I would only be gathering pushing 2 at most. Right? 2 card plays. There's no way I can have more than 2. So that's annoying. But I guess I could also just use Voice of Thunder to push. Voice of Thunder, manifest. Doesn't give me the animal though. I don't know. I guess sudden ambush manifest. I stop the build in D7. That seems okay. I'll take called isolation. Go with what I decided on for this. I could also actually just stop the build entirely. That what's the word? That preempts England. In which case I don't actually need that many beasts in there, but I guess I could put 1 in D4. Or no, I could gather, yeah, no, I can push 1 in there, 1 in there. Move my presence there, push those 2 guys out. I need another beast. Yeah, and it needs to be that card, so that works. Next turn, put the presence in B5? Oh, that's right. Actually, I don't need to be in that land, but I'm not actually adjacent to it if I do this, but I can at least take out a town or something. I don't know. I don't know. I think you need the energy. You need to be range 1 of D7. I'll put you at D5. That way you see D4. Sudden ambush. Manifest. Gathers 2, pushes 1. Is it even a worthwhile manifest? Because I can only do... if I have 2 Dahan and 2 presence, that's 4 damage. Then again, I could Words of Warning there next turn, and that defend 3 would be enough. It'd be more than enough. That's probably okay. It's not really gonna do anything to deal with any other explorers and builds. And that doesn't build because there's only one building next to it. Unless I put this town in D6 for some reason. I think this can actually safely go in D4. We're going to build a city. We're going to destroy the city and explore. There'll be 2 towns. We'll have a defend 3. Pending event, that's enough. Which means this explorer has to not go there. And just go there. Wetlands Explorer. 2 of which are diseased. Okay. Okay. What presents did I take? Oh, I took card plays. I normally go a presents track. I took card plays without thinking. Cool. I normally do presents, or I normally do energy track just to get the innate animals so that I can ranging hunt very consistently. That's usually my MO there. So I guess I'm getting 3 card plays next turn, which is actually enough to ranging hunt. John would say that's kind of the plan. You do that. You just do that. If I take power card this turn, power card next turn with a reclaim 1, then I play my hand. So I take a power card still. 1 damage per Dahan. Defend 5. Spur on. The problem with going up card plays track is that I absolutely need to take animal symbols if I ever want to use ranging hunt for damage purposes, and I also would need to take ones that have plant and animal, and that doesn't happen all the time. So what I call the bloodshed's kind of required if I want to be able to do damage with my next ranging hunts. And I would need to absolutely take a plant animal next turn as well. Assuming I don't reclaim. But when you play Fangs, you never reclaim. Call the Bloodshed's good though. Especially comboed with Thunder Speaker. It'd be a little better if Thunder Speaker had it, but take that one. You don't actually have renewing rain, just bear that in mind. I might want that air just so I can gather more Dahan. If I do double Dahan presence, I would have enough energy to play my 2 cards, but my reclaim turn I'd have 0 energy. I think I take the energy for my reclaim turn, and then I take the air, so I have an innate air. And then my Gather 3. My gather the warriors gather that gathers 3, pushes 2. I don't have the fire for Furious Assault, unfortunately. That's the other flaw. We're definitely Words of Warning in D4. And I guess we're pushing Dahan. We're pushing Dahan in some capacity. But we can't really do anything with them this turn. And we can't do anything about the builds this turn. I'm gonna take that air. Put you there. I don't really have a big Dahan army right now, but with my gathering and pushing this turn, I'm gonna have a Dahan army. And we're gonna play something that wants me to be in jungles. So probably be in this jungle so that I can see the 2 wetlands on board D. I can play any of these 3 cards and, well, I have to play the 2 plants, right? I don't know what the most usefulness, what the most utility I'll get out of Ranging Hunt this turn now. Other than I could have done damage in B5. But I didn't. So actually, save it for next turn. In which case, play these 2. So that will deal with one of the builds in board D. Don't actually have anyone in my lands for Terrifying Chase unless they explore there. And that will give me a beast, I guess, in the other land I can Raging Hunt. So do Call to Bloodshed D1 because it has Blight, and then do Teeth Gleam in D3. So we're gonna do the Damaging Raging Hunt in D3 next turn, so we want beasts in there. So the towns are definitely dead regardless of whether they deal extra damage. If a beast does get destroyed, for each Dahan that died, destroy 1 presence. So after a Blight is placed that destroys a presence in land D4, we're also gonna destroy at least 1 presence within range 1, which there's all my presence. That's nice. That's nice. I think I want to leave the 2 beasts in here in case the event card has beasts dealing 2 damage. Let's steal this guy. Move my presence along. And then keep my presence in that land. So that I'm in the jungle still. I guess my Teeth Gleam's going in D3, but presence in jungle might be fine. I don't need to... I could move it and then convert the presence to a beast. I could also place the presence next turn and turn that one into a beast. Oh, but I'm Teeth Gleaming and it's gonna have enough beasts. Choose a sacred site. Gather an explorer into its land. Oh, good. Oh, good. So, D4 is blighting. Excellent. Thank you, event card. Well, it does stop the build in D3, I guess. That was not not ideal. Add disease on each board. Add disease to the jungle wetland with the most buildings, which didn't happen in board B. Happened in board D because of D2. And remove a blight from a land of at least 2 Dahan. Did that happen? I don't remember. I think there were 2 blight there. I don't remember. Oh yeah, there's the blight in D1. Yeah, D1's blight is gone. Okay, cool. Cool beans. I need this. No, that's not working. Not working. Would it work if I... No, that doesn't make it work. Okay. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, rip Thunder Speaker's presence. So much for that big Dahan army. Okay. So now Teeth Gleam is interesting because it's no longer helpful in D3. And B5 has Blight. So I can't actually Ranging Hunt in B5, although it does have a lot of Dahan. Do I try to kill the city in D2? That's not helpful though, because D1's blighting. The bees are death by Dahan pending the event. B7 is building regardless because of the adjacent city town. B2 is not necessarily building, but I don't think I have enough for that unless Thunder Speaker helps. I guess that could be helpful. I have a terrifying chase, but I'm not in a mountain. It's not stopping a build. And I'm not in a wetland. Actually, all my lands, except for D2, are empty. D2 has a city, so I played this for elements. I'm not pushing any invaders. I could push Dahan, I guess. But the thing is, I need to push invaders in order for that fear to happen. Ugh. That is a tragedy. I could put the beasts in D1. And the next turn, place a presence, convert it to beasts, and Ranging Hunt in D1 to take out the town. And push the beasts into D8. And then next turn deal with B8. D5 is a bit annoying. I could push the Dahan into D5 with Voice of Thunder or Gather the Warriors or whatever, and do Call to Bloodshed there. And there won't be enough adjacent buildings for them to build there. I could just gather D1 and D7 to do that. I'm wondering if it's worth trying to deal with B2. instead. I mean, I think that could be ranging hunted because it's not blighted just yet, but I can't do it this turn. Oh yeah, I'm gonna end up ranging hunting in D8 in 2 turns anyway. That's reserved, which means that Thunder Speaker needs to deal with that or to get the Dahan out. There's also an escalation happening. Escalating into B5 seems terrible. And actually with the escalation, they're building in D5. Like almost certainly. No, wait, the escalation happens on the Explorer, right? Yeah, no, so the build happens before the escalation, so never mind. So if I push this Dahan and Thunder Speaker's presence and then push these Dahan and move Thunder Speaker there. Thunder Speaker has vacated her board. It is now 1 presence on that board, and it's not Thunder Speaker's. But Manifest can potentially happen in B2. I could play Manifest and Words of Warning. Although I don't really need to defend the land with Words of Warning. So I kind of want a power card that gives me Animal, so I get this part. Animal and Air. Manifest gives me an Air. And a Sun for what it matters, but I have the innate Air. I have 2 card plays. I can gather 3 Dahan. They're building a town. They're escalating potentially in there as well. Which would be another town. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 damage. With 4 Dahan and 2 presence would be 8 damage. It should be enough to deal with that. And then death by Dahan pending the events. Tormenting Rotflies would have been nice for Fangs, for elements, because we do need that in order to be able to hit. I guess maybe not. Yeah, because we can just reclaim Teeth Claim. He just needs a beast, so it's fine. I keep saying he and she, but actually spirits are not gendered. There's no... I guess there is the animal. He said we wanted an animal of some sort, most likely. Sunfire would be nice. You don't have many fire cards. Well, Manifest and Sudden Ambush, I guess, but... Actually, if I have Manifest plus a Sun in my animal, which would actually be Words of Warning after all, I could deal with B2 entirely with Lead the Furious Assault, but I don't know. I don't really like these powers. Tormenting Rotflies gives me an air and it gives me an animal. And it adds a disease, which precludes England. All of the Dahan ways with no moon. It would actually do enough damage to take out B2 without the thing. Without Lead the Furious. Although I don't have enough air. kind of weird. Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. If I gather 2 Dahan in there, it would be gather 2, push 1. If I did call the Dahan ways and manifest, I would get 2 Dahan in there, 3 Dahan and 2 presence. But I convert an Explorer into a Dahan, so there's 4 Dahan and 2 presence, and that's 8 damage, but it's 8 health of invaders, so it'd actually be enough. I'm gonna take it. Actually, before I confirm that one, might as well set up things here. Things is taking an animal. Promises of Protection. Requires a sacred site, but it's the only animal card here. So if I had any desire to use Ranging Hunt this turn, it needs to be Promises of Protection, and it shall be. And it has to be this one, and it has to be this. We do need to do the damage in D1. Focusing all of Thunder Speaker's energy on B2. But that means the only problem left is B7, which can just Blight. I needed to convert that to a beast. I'm playing Promises of Protection, but not using Promises of Protection, because I will not have a sacred site by any stretch of the imagination. Actually, I need my presence in D8 next turn. So the beasts I'm converting as this one. I'll still have my jungle presence in B4. Yeah, I need these guys in here, and I need my presence in there for Ranging Hunt in there next turn. Alright, event card. Single land with the most invaders, push to each adjacent land. Each beast generates a fear if invaders are present. Moves if not. And push 2 Dahan from a land with Blight to a land without Blight. Okay. Doesn't help Thunder Speaker. Probably B5. Because B2's taken care of. We can't push into the Bs. We don't want the town in B7. So that's kind of the only option. Fear there. Fear there. You... Yes, you can move there. Oh, I still have this jungle presence. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe the next fear card deals 2 damage with each beast. On each board, push 2 from a land with Blight to a land without Blight. I think the best one would be to push into D1. To just kill that Explorer. And push there. Alright, fear card. Remove an Explorer from a coastal land. Well, they're all dead. They're all dead. I want to keep at least one Explorer in B2 because of Call of the Dahan Ways. Then again, I don't... Well... if I remove both of the explorers in there, they still build a town. They still escalate, so they build another town. I'm pushing 2 Dahan in there. And 2 presents for 6 damage. But with town, city, city, that's 7... Or city, town, town, that's 7 health. It's not enough to take them out, and I don't have any extra damage. I'll take 1 guy out. Because then there's 8 health of invaders. No, there's 7 health of invaders, but 8 damage, and that's enough. Yeah. So now it really doesn't matter, unfortunately. Oh no, escalation. Can I afford to let them escalate in D8? No, right? So they escalate in the disease land. And it's the Sands Explorer. Okay. Gather! I need you guys. You need to convert. You need to die. Okay. Range 1 jungle's only in this board. Well, I guess it's also other things. Range 1 jungle, kill an explorer. That stops a build. There's not enough adjacent buildings for them to build then. And then where do I want the beasts to go? Unfortunately, I can't put them in either of these sands because they're blighted. Whoops. You can't imagine playing 12 games of single player second wave. Yeah. It's... I think I've only ever done like 3 or 4 before I just started a new one. I don't know, I never have played second wave that much. All the times that John has played Marathon second wave was either by himself or with Seamus in a week that I didn't appear. It's kind of weird. But I'm not doing this in the speedrun setting, I'm just doing it. Just doing it. So I think, like, stopping that build is the only effective use of that. The beasts, on the other hand, put them in B4 in case there's the 2 damage, basically. And then I could also ranging hunt in there too. Although I'm ranging hunt in D8 this turn. I guess I could. Oh, I can't reach that. Okay, reclaim turn for Fangs. Would have liked to have had more energy. I guess I'm still placing a presence, thankfully. I'm gonna go up the the energy trek now. I got my reclaim 1. It's all fine now. I just really hate having to only take animal cards. It really limits me. But now I don't have to. I might have to. Oh, steam vents, that's the one. 1 energy, fast, range 0, destroy and explore. Yes. Exactly. Invaders do not build in target land this turn. Also Devouring Ants. Also Elemental Boon. And actually, Elemental Boon's not that bad. Eh. We have fire in common and one animal, so it's not the best elemental boon, but there is a slight overlap there. But I don't particularly enjoy this because I did not get a plant, which means that I'm playing my 2 plant cards again. That's the really annoying thing. Like, I like getting this plant as soon as possible just because it makes the... I know I keep complaining about this. But getting the 2nd tier ranging hunts with the 2 plants is a lot easier if you start with an innate plant. Otherwise, you are very crippled and have to always play plant cards. You still have to play plant cards, but only 1 versus always 2. Okay. The other problem is I'm only getting 1 energy this turn. Unless I don't place a presence. Which means I'm not actually playing these cards this turn unless stopping a build is significant. Doesn't really seem significant. B5 could be stopped. There's no Dahan in there. So it's like, which one am I gonna play in a future turn, I think. I'm just gonna take rights. And that requires a sacred site. I think I'll set up the sacred site. Or... because then you have it. You don't always need a sacred site, but then you have it. Do I let them blight in D8 and stop the build in D7 instead? I'm playing these. Oh, I do have a sacred site now. I could gather 2 Dahan into B7. 1 Dahan would still die. But I would... I could do that. It's honestly probably the best I can do. What's Thunder Speaker doing, I guess, is a question. Thunder Speaker would probably want to do double growth, maybe? Unless you need to play sudden ambush. Unfortunately, Thunder Speaker is a bit limited, although if I'm placing presence, I'm less limited. If I do sudden ambush together promises of protection, that stops the Ravage in B7. Or I just Words of Warning in there. And even if they blight, because of extra damage, the Dahan would have 2 extra health, so it's 4 health Dahan. They'd have to deal 4 more damage in that land, because it'd be defend 3 versus 4 damage. They'd have to do 3 more damage to kill a Dahan. But the only one that deals 3 more damage would be cities, and there's no city in there. If I'm playing Words of Warning, I don't have another fire. Or I don't have another sun. I could have a fire if I go double growth to fire. And then I could finally lead the Furious Assault. Double growth for energy track. It gives me 3 energy this turn. So I can play any 2 cards. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is lands with Dahan. And so I have to play my 2 sun cards. So I'm playing Voice of Thunder and Words of Warning. So I need 2 Dahan in a land to destroy a town. I don't know what I'm doing with B5. I'm absolutely not hitting the city threshold. I'm wondering whether I could deal with D4 somehow. The problem is that I don't have, like, unless I reclaim, I'm not getting means of doing that. If I get a lot of Dahan in D4, Call to Isolation actually would stop that Ravage then. Destroy the town they build, push the 3 explorers. Might be okay then. Okay. In which case... I want to kind of go back to land D then. Did I not? Oh, I went card plays. Card plays track too strong. This gathers 3, pushes 2. And this pushes 4 somewhere, I guess. I guess I'll push the guys in B2 somewhere. Oh, I can't see this land. Ow. Okay. That's easily fixed. Oh. Oh, it's okay. I don't have to be in that land. I just have to be range 1 from it. Do I leave 1 beast in D8 in case the beast kills the explorer? Oops. I need to do damage here. I think I do that. I could still gather the 1 if needed. When exploring, once per board, place a town instead of an explorer. I don't like that one. Add a beast to a land without blight that has town. During Ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan. Oh. I guess we still needed that defend for B7 if we didn't want blight, but that's cool. Add a beast to a land without blight that has a town. Well, there's no town in land D, apparently. Add strife to a town. Well, that town's dead. So just both of those? Those are the only 2 towns on the board? Mountains. Actually kind of interesting. Back and forth there. I'm just gonna do it in the jungle. Oh yeah, and then the explorer adds a town. That's kind of annoying. Well, that town can go there. I don't really want to put it in D8. But it'd be a bad idea to put in D5. I can deal with D8 more. But the problem is D5's building regardless. B7's building regardless. Unless I destroy B7 or B5. I can destroy the explorer in B7 with 2 near the jungle. And I can use Thunder Speaker's Dahan movement to get 3 Dahan in B5. And then Call to Isolation pushes 2 towns and an explorer. And then there's only one adjacent build. Oh, there's 2 adjacent buildings, I guess, because there's B4. Unless I just destroy B4. The plan was originally to stop D4. I guess B7's not as big an issue. It's D5 that's the problem. I could theoretically stop the build with Prey on the Builders. If I use my Ranging Hunt in D7, push a beasts into D5, Prey on the Builders in D5. Then they build the city in D8. I can't do anything about that. Sudden ambush gonna do anything next turn? I don't think so. And if I'm not doing anything with D4, that presence is lost. I think D4 is still better. Where is it? B5 and D4 are not good. Not really a perilous situation I'm in here, but I need to get ahead of England. And I'm not getting ahead of England. It's not perilous. I'm just min-maxing, I feel like. If I instead reclaim with Thunder Speaker next turn, I'll probably gain a minor and then gain a major, even if I can't play the major, just because lose Tormenting Rotflies probably. Because otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. These two cards aren't really going to do that much for me next turn anyway. So we'll take 2 powers, we'll reclaim cards, we'll have words of warning. So theoretically, if I get Dawn in B5 and I push things out of B5 or something, or even do damage in B5, although Call the Bloodshed is slow. But I get Dahan in B5, I defend 3 in there. So I have to push everything but the city out. Leave an explorer in there if we want to chance it. But that would take out the city and we could push into B1. And if the city's gone, even if the town's still in B4, they don't build in B7. The 2 near the jungle would just go there. And that's really the only valid target for that anyway. Teeth Gleam. Can't do here because I'm not in a jungle over there. Just spread the beast wealth and put a beast there. Maybe we'll finally have Destroy Town beast. I keep hoping for this. In any case, I'm still... I guess D4... We're not actually dealing with D4, are we? I can at least get my presence out of there, though. And there, if I take out the town in B4, in B2, yeah, so Lead the Furious happens there, and that stops that build. Tear level 2, awesome. So now I gather here to get that guy out. In which case I'm actually fleeing Land D again. I don't like Land D. Thunder Speaker's like, nope, sorry, I'm like, oh, it's over here. I don't want to move all my presence into B5 though. But I'm still gonna have something adjacent to B5 is the problem. But if they do destroy a Dahan, I could only, you know, lose 1. Oops, not that guy. Yeah. But get you out of that one, push into there, push into there. Okay, well I just ended up there anyway. I don't like that though. I still need to gather this there. I'm just kind of taking those Dahan because they're not doing anything for the moment. I guess I should take the ones from the inner land because they're not going to be used unless they explore there. But we want beasts in there. Don't move that one. We need at least 3 Dahan in there, so we do have to use this. Might as well just congregate them in there, intimidate them. And I don't need to be in that land, right? Just to double check, because Words of Warning is range 1? Yeah. And then that's range... That's range 1, and that works. Okay. Minor. Drought gives me sun and fire. It adds a blight, so John's happy. But I can destroy a city, and I do have an innate sun coming up. And it destroys 3 towns. I think that's that. Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. That just solves B5 a lot more easily. That just solves it so much more easily. Oh my gosh. That's it. That's the card. Probably should have waited for Fangs, but Fangs is... like, there's no reason not to take Vicar. Call to Migrate also is here again. You are not getting your plants this turn. Oh no, never mind. We're claiming one and we have an innate plant. Never mind, you will have the plant. Quicken the Earth Struggles is the best elements, but the worst card? Savage Mob Beasts, ironically, is decent. It's gonna be 2 damage in a jungle wetland, but they're not ravaging or building. They could explore there, but I don't need extra damage in that case. Flash Rot Fever. No, I think I'm just taking Call to Migrate because of Thunder Speaker movement considerations. Taking the plant. Converting this to a beast. And wiping that land. We still have to play Prey on the Builders. I have to take 2... oh, I guess I don't have to. I do have 2 energy. I probably want to be just in a jungle. Because I'm getting annoyed at how I can't do any jungle things on land D. Go in that jungle. Now if I take Teeth Gleam, then I have to play Call to Isolation. I'm still playing Prey. Can I use rights this turn? Range 2 land with Dahan. Oh, but I'm not. I'm playing 3 cards though. I can stop the build in D5. No, I'm already stopping the build in D5. This is another way of stopping the build in D5. I'm playing Prey or Rites of Lands Rejection. Apparently. Actually, if I do that, I don't have to be in D5 then. In which case, I... well, the problem is I won't have enough damage in D8 with my Ranging Hunt. Kind of annoying that D8 is not adjacent to any jungle. Actually. Prey and rights. Stop the build in D8, stop the build in D5. This is an England turn where there's no builds. Okay. Why don't we just do both? In which case I need to take the one... whoops. I need to reclaim. I need to take the one that's free then. I'm playing these. Okay, why did it take me so long to realize I could just stop the build entirely in both lands? Porque no los dos! Still ravaging D4, and I can't do anything about that. Maybe the fear card or something else will help. I need a sun to do the town destroy. They're not building. The only town that would exist would be either D2 or B4 or D4. Or D8. I don't need drought. Well, I want drought for when I have 3 suns, but I don't have 3 suns this turn. Maybe I call the Dahan Ways and potentially stop a build with it? Maybe? I don't know. Depends on England stuff. Then I don't actually get the sun, so actually I want this. But I can destroy a town. I can at least destroy the one in D4 or D2 that way. There's no Dahan in B4 anymore? Oh, whoops. That's a good Voice of Thunder, those 4 guys when I'm done. Do I have the threshold on this? Do I want the threshold on this? There's an adjacent town, I guess, and that would stop visibility of the inner land. So if they reveal jungle or wetlands... Actually, with wetlands, they already don't see B6. With jungle, they already still see B4. But actually, that doesn't stop any visibility for the upcoming Explorer. Like, this town is double blighted. I actually don't really care about that town, other than the fact that he spits explorers. In any case, I don't ever have 3 suns, so I can't actually hit that threshold anyway. At least this turn, I will never have 3 suns. Alright. No builds. On a land with exactly 1 Dahan adjacent to a city. Well, shoot. Remember when I was so excited about this last turn? Or last game? It happened this game. However, beasts are finally attacking. They're finally attacking and they're taking out this super strife town as the result. Use a land with at least 2 Dahan and 2... Okay, there's none of those. Just wanted to check. Gonna have to be this one. I don't want that town. Okay. Dear card. Use a land with Dahan or adjacent to 3 Dahan. Do not ravage. Aha! We stopped this blight then. And all the other ravages are not doing anything. So, very unexciting ravage. Very unexciting build. Jungle Explorer. And so land B is just empty now? Land B's empty. Okay. I went from super scared of B5 to now land B's done. Okay. I can't see this guy. I want to get in D2. If I reclaim and use Vigor of the Breaking Dawn, can we win? I think we win. Gather 2, push 2. Take out the town there. Push 2 into there. Or actually just the damage short in D2. Have a reclaim 1? No. Actually, we're damage short, but I can just get a beast in there. And then just do ranging hunt. Thunder Speaker's back at board D. Welcome home. Oh, that's just what we're doing. Anything that's 0 energy. Gather up to 2 Dahan? Okay. Sure. Awesome. I just clicked major because whatever. Unlock the gates. Sure. Make John mad. Assuming that I've done this correctly, in which case I'm good. If I did this incorrectly, I'm bad. I did not get... Oh, I did get a plant card. Has to be that one, because otherwise I don't get my stuff. This needs to be plant. Oh, no, it doesn't need to be plant. I have a plant. It doesn't need to be anything. We'll gather more Dahan. How about that? I guess I can only really get one more. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, there's a town in D1. That's what I forgot about. Sad days. Okay. Well. In which case, how do we fix that one? Get a Dahan in there, push the town. How about that? Do I have enough for that? Gather. Oh, but it needs to have Dawn in there, so it actually doesn't quite work. Unless, no, I just gather. Okay, never mind. Aha! You fell for one of my classic blunders. One of my I keep saying my classic blunders. I don't know what the actual quote is. I think it's one of the classic blunders. You fool, you fell for one of the classic blunders. Okay. Second wave. 9:15, 2 hours. I think for Spirit Island special we can play one more game. Alright, so 47 points. We're almost at 54. 14 Dahan, 5 Blights. So actually one more Blight than we started the game with. And I don't remember how many Dahan. We did lose some Dahan. I don't think we birthed any. Oh no, we had called Dahan Way, so we did gain Dahan. Still don't know what the Blight card is. Alright. Let aside one power card. Vigor of Breaking Dawn? Or do I want to actually be able to gain that? It's a very powerful card. Actually, if it gets its thresholds, it's exceptionally powerful. Unlock the gates. Now here's where it is important to note. Manifestation of power and glory. The presence in target land means Thunder Speaker's presence, in which case it won't work because Thunder Speaker won't have presence on the board. I'll probably just set aside Vigor. It's very powerful, but we could use it in stage 3 if we're like losing or something. Don't have a major here. I wonder whether we set aside Call to Migrate in conjunction with the one we just set aside. I forget what it's called. Vigor. Let's play Call to Migrate in the slow phase, play Vigor in the fast phase, and Call to Migrate ensures that we do a bajillion damage. Could also set aside cards that prevent builds, because that's exceptionally strong versus England. And with Prey on the Builders, it just needs to have a beasts nearby. I think we'll set aside Prey on the Builders. Alright. We have to remove 5 beasts. Question is whether we leave a board without beasts. I think we do. I think we leave the ones in B2 and B4. I like leaving things as close to the coast as possible because that's where the early game action happens. Alright, and in lands with 3 Dahan or more... have these all coastal. Have these be coastal. Oh, this one now has too many. Oh, well, it didn't count apparently. Okay, cool. You now have 4 Dahan. Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares together with Vital Strength. We're now playing England 2. During setup, on each board, add a city to land 1 and a town to land 2. Plus, on wave 3, we're adding a town to boards or to lands 4 and 5. Oh, I see why there's a city in land 2, because it says 6+. That's why. 2 does not count as 6+. Okay. So town in 4, 5. City in 1, town in 2. Town in 5 also, or no, never mind. That was, what am I talking about? And the pre-printed town is also, yeah. And it's wave 2? Wave 3. So 6 blight left on the board. There's 5 blight left over, yeah, so the 5 blight are staying. Okay. Let's go. No choices for presences. Wetlands Explorer. And we're seeing all of it. City in D1. Right, that was England. 2 towns in D5. But not B5? Why is there a difference there? Oh, because it's pre-printed. No, wait. I'm confused. On each board, add a town to land 5, but that's the... On here, wave 3, add to 4, 5. Was the town printed on land 7? No. 2 minus 5. Is it pre-printed on land 8 and it went into land 5? I guess that is, because we have 2 towns in land 4 on B4, but not in D4. Okay. See, the problem is I have no idea where the pre-printed things are, because I don't actually play with the physical game that much. Okay. So, with Vital Strength, we defend 3 and lands with a Sacred Site. Unfortunately, we do not have Sacred Sites or presence in the wetlands at the moment. That's not to say we can't do that. We could obviously do this to place presence at range 1 this turn, and then this to place presence at range 0 next turn. Oh, we have 4 Dahan in B1, by the way, and this happens to be This happens to be Bringer's board. Did we just go for major power immediately in B1? I think so. Screw everything. We're gonna get a major power with 6 energy. 6 energy. And we're forgetting Call of on Midnight Stream, so I don't need forget fodder. Is there something I need to do? I need to reclaim all. That's what I need to do. Yeah, no, obviously they're building in B6 because of all this crap. Even if I move the Explorer, B1's building, D1's building, D, yeah, they're all just building. It's England, they're all building at this stage. And these are just the 2 plays, yeah, so it doesn't really matter. We'll gain a power. And then you have it. No moon cards. Gain forget fodder, yes. Sap the strength, probably. Defend 5 for B1. Because I'm gonna be in B1. Yeah. I need to be in B1. You need the energy. Want to get the 2 card plays. You need to go into D1. You're gonna have to use your big defend. We could Year of Perfect Stillness instead, actually. Yeah. Or gaining a power next turn. So next turn you're playing Draw of the Fruitful Earth and something else, apparently. Or maybe a 3 energy and a 0 energy. I don't know. Rituals also could be entertained, I suppose. Problem is we don't have, yeah, this innately isn't working except for the B1 for Dahan thing. All right, let's see what's happening. Since I'm going to be forgetting this, I'm gonna be losing a moon, which means that I'm gonna be losing some thresholds. So I need to use Spirits May Yet Dream. Each player removes a town explorer from the land where it is the only invader. This. Gatherer. Those guys. And then Midnight Streams. 6 energy. These are lots of damaging cards, but they're fake damage. But the strife is real. Manifest! Thing is, so I would still remove. Would I remove? I would remove, yes. Remove is not destroy. One, 6 fear plus 1 fear for each building and for each of your presents. Actually, that would just remove B1 entirely. Oh my goodness. So when the invaders ravage, is that fake damage too? But I'm removing everything in B1 as the result. They're adding a town, I'm removing a city, a town, and an explorer. And I'm getting 9 fear for that. Okay. Okay. And I still have my moon. And explore in the sands. And they're building in all the sands. No matter what. Alright, Bajillion Fear, let's go. So that was a turn. Minor for vital. And the innates that no one ever cares about. Which makes me feel sad because I feel like there's potential there. I mean, the tier 1 is repeat a minor, but tier 2 is repeat a cheap major, and tier 3 is repeat a significant major. But yeah, it's hard to set up for. So, the only free one is Rain of Blood. I'm either playing Draw of the Fruitful Earth plus one of these, or Rain of Blood in any of my hand. Draw of the Fruitful Earth doesn't really help that much against England, but it sets up for rituals. If I target a land, of course, that has things. And the D3 is... Could I defend that with Bringer? Yeah, I have defend 5. Oh, and I have an 8 air, so it's permanent range 1. Forgot about that key clause. B6 can blight, whatever. B5 needs to be a bit defended, I suppose. Dread Apparitions... plus sap, I guess? I don't know. There's a Bringer card, I guess, because we don't need energy. Gonna get an extra energy, yeah. Just generally go energy track for Bringer until you get to the any energy. No moon and air. No animal. You don't have innate moon yet. You will next turn. If I put myself in D3, do I have range for that? I don't have range for that. No one has range for that. Cycles for manifest threshold. Oh, you're just thinking about this one. Sun and moon. True. Does it make sense to gather a town? Snap a city build in B5? Oh, but they would have to... You would have to go in B4. Guess it could be Dread Apparitions plus Enticing Splendor in B4 or something. Or we just sap the Strength in B5 next turn. But then we have that Inner City. Plus D4 is also a concern. But we could just remove the Blight with guard the Healing Land on a future turn. Is there any protection for D3 though? Like I could sap the Strength for that. Is it? I don't think it's worth doing that though. D3 could probably just Blight. It's the Dahan I want to protect is the thing. I could add a Dahan there. And they do Blight and remove... Actually, no. They would only remove one Dahan, and then the survivors kill everything. Okay. I think that works. In which case I have to go into either B4 or B7. Let's go into B4, because I want to be with invaders. Moon and air to get this. Moon and animal to get this. Yeah, then we... Oh, Prey's actually not my card, but Sap the Strength plus Dread Apparitions next turn with an innate moon would then give me this threshold. Plus, we do have the Fear card, remove a building, or remove and explore a town from the land where it is the only invader. Not too many options for that, just basically D7 and B3. Which doesn't stop builds because England. Call of Bloodshed actually is good. I mean, Call of Bloodshed's always really good. But it combos with rituals. I'm gonna take Call of Bloodshed then. In which case I can actually do rituals in D2. Oh, but I can't do it this turn because I don't have enough energy. Okay. Actually I could just gather the guys out of D2. I probably want to get things dead. Only one Dahan death, which is the Dahan we're adding with cycles of time and tide, I guess. Okay. See, I always want to just like click this, click this, click this, click this. Is there any other... I'm just gonna play these two. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. Cycles! Oh yeah, and there's also... Oh, this is just fear. The event card says, you'll lose the game. Each land with Sacred Site and Invaders. Aided by fire, we have 2 fire. We have 2 Sacred Sites with Invaders. The unfortunate thing about this, I have to spend 6 energy or destroy a presence. I could probably destroy the B5 presence, but destroying that town would be nice. Because then they don't build the city in there and it's easier to protect. Although I think Sap the Strength just protects it easily enough. Each spirit with 4 Dawn amongst its lands gains a minor power. That is just Bringer. We obviously need to leave the presence in D1, because that's providing the defend. I need the Sacred Site for the slow power, yes. Yeah, so I'd have to leave it. So I would have to discard or forget a power. And actually, I would have to... Let's see, we have 2 innate, discard for 2, spend 2 energy. That's probably okay. I'm not then doing rituals. But draw with Fruitful Earth plus Call of Bloodshed is kind of rituals. If I repulse them, I still get rid of the town in B5. I do lose 2 blight on the card. The two beasts are generating 1 fear each. Actually, if I do enough damage with the 2 fear from the beasts and take out the town on B5, we get a fear card. But I think we just guard them then. I'll spend 2 energy from Bringer. The Love Meeples is raiding with a power of 3. The power. Hello, Time Roller. Raid. Is that he's dead anyway? Fear. Fear. Fear card. Bringer gains a minor power. Call of Dahan Ways, actually. I will have the Innate Moon. Raid is a fast action. We're all doing good. This is third wave. And that gives me the animal. Animal moon. I have innate air. Air is actually... I don't really need that many air. And it replaces towns, which I can't destroy towns, but I can replace towns. So I think it's Call of Dahan Ways. Oh, and actually the guy in B5 is by himself now. They're still building in there. They're still building everywhere. Here a build, there a build, everywhere a build, build. But if I remove the Explorer, then Dread Apparitions just defense enough with 1. Which is funny. Take out the inner guy as well. Second fear card that we don't know about. Add strife in a land with beasts, disease, or Dahan. That stops a blight in D3. Oh, also D4 is a terrible build. But I guess now we can sap the strength there. Up the strength plus Dread Apparitions next turn. Would give me lots of fear. Doesn't give me the 3 moon yet. Don't have any. Anyway. Stopping that blight I'm okay with. Strifing the city I like. Oh no, they blighted. Whatever shall I do? I don't know, they put a town on my blighted land. How dare they? Now the cool thing is... they're not building in D8 if I get rid of that Explorer. That's cool. That's the one land that the build can be stopped. Oh, I can actually just do the damage here and not defend this. Okay. Alright, let's push. When push comes to shove. Yeah, that's just... I think that makes the most sense. I guess, well, no, the problem is you don't really have visibility of vital strengths lands. So if I gather into D7 and called a bloodshed in there, destroys the town. Gather the Explorer, the Explorer dies by Dahan. They don't build in D8. Of course D5 is existing, but... you know, we do have Year of Perfect Stillness for emergencies, I suppose. I don't want to gather more than 1. because otherwise I have to defend it. Okay. So the interesting thing about Vital Strength is that Vital Strength can reclaim cards and still grow. Unless we really need to get a power. Because you're playing Guard the Healing Land, I suppose. Range 1 from Sacred Site. Yeah, we could guard the Healing Land in D4, and that's almost enough to fend. So anything that gathers an Explorer, or destroys an Explorer, or deals damage in the fast phase would actually work fairly well. We're probably going to take energy this turn. Yeah, if I do Sacred Site here, then that works. Okay, so we'll gain a power. We want it minor. We want something that works fast to do something. Visions of Fiery Doom! Spur on with words and fire. Words of fire, not and fire. I'm like a damn fool when you talk like that. Any chance I could repeat something? I do have a moon and an earth. Or sorry, an earth and a plant. I would need a sun, a earth, and a plant. So close. So close. We have sun and plant, or sorry, sun and earth, but no plant. We have earth and plant, but no sun. And that's it. Use a slow power as if we're fast. +3 range for coastal lands. So yeah, it's gonna come down to, I guess, what Bringer could provide if needed. Sap the strength, I guess, was a plan for D4 actually, now that I think about it. In which case, then my defense in B3. I don't really care about B3 though. I mean, you're playing Guard the Healing Land unless you just want to save energy, which is valid. 3 energy for blight removal and defend 4 is a lot. One of the things I've heard about Vital Strength is that Vital Strength is an excellent spirit for if you want to gain a major power on turn 1, because all of your cards are basically major powers, but not major powers. They're major power cost, but minor power effects. I guess it depends on what we do here with Bringer. Dread Apparitions plus Guard the Healing Land would be enough for D4, and it removes that Blight. I could also just remove the Blight and not care about defending. I probably would just want to play these 2 cards, Dread Apparitions, Call of the Dawn Ways. I don't need energy. Unless I want to start hoarding for Manifest. Actually, if I take Manifest, it's slow. But if I take Sky Stretches plus Manifest, it's fast now. Yeah, that was one thought. It would work for sure. Problem is if I reclaim for Manifest. Actually, well, I would absolutely not have enough energy to reclaim for Manifest is the problem. It would actually, I was gonna say, with the plus range on Coastal, I could do it in B2 when they don't do stuff in there. Well, they would build is the thing. getting a moon. If I'm doing Dread and Call, I get 3 moons. And I also see a fear card. Plus I have an animal. Plus I get this. Okay, we're having a bajillion innates then. In which case I don't really care about a lot, so... I wish there was a Dawn in B3 actually, because I could, with the threshold, convert it into a town fast. 3 moons equals Earth innate. Oh, you're right. Also, I don't need any elements, so I'd be giving Earth an element. What happens if you repeat Sky Stretches? Do you get +6 range for targeting coastal lands? Do the plus range things add? If we are getting a repeat, if I repeat Spur On, then Bringer could play 4 cards this turn. Does Spur On give me the elements that I could use to repeat though as the thing? No, it doesn't. I only get it if I pick Sky. You're right, because I don't actually have the innate sun. You're right. I'd have to take the sun. And Spur On doesn't provide earth and plant. You're right. Okay. But repeating something... If I could defend B3 if I repeat Sap. Or I mean, if I'm playing... Oh no, I'm not playing Sap, right. I'm not getting Spur... I want to play Spur On and Sky Stretches. Is that so hard? I guess I could just defend B3 if I'm repeat... Oh, I can't repeat Dread Apparitions. Damn it. Damn it. I could repeat Call the Dawn Ways. That would actually be a good repeat. Because they're building a town in B2. Convert 2 towns into 2 Dahan. 4 Dahan versus 4 damage. That land dead. Oh, but am I gaining a power? I guess that's... Okay. Let's... Let's gain a power. There's something else I would like to repeat. Repeat Elemental Boon. Or even just give Elemental Boon. Well, I'm not playing it this turn. It's funny, I could have Vital Strength, have Bringer repeat Elemental Boon so that I hit the higher thresholds for Bringer, or for Vital Strength. But I can't actually use the higher innate at that point. That's the funny part. There's not actually good overlap. If any, there's no overlap. What was the elements for Manifest? Sun and Moon. No, extra builds are not good. I'm just gonna take Gift of Constancy. I don't know I'm gonna play it, but I can forget it. When in doubt, forget fodder. Range 1. Okay. So here I'm committing. In each land, defend 1 per Dawn. Oh, I could Sky Stretches fast. Or call Dawn's fast. There's no reason to give this to anyone else. Well, actually, I still need, yeah, it's kind of awkward. Still need that defend, but it also would have worked well in MP3. Can't stop any Sands Ravage with this. Can't stop any mountain build with this. So I think I don't do this fast. Unless there's an event card that's gonna do something. There are no singleton Dahans, so we're not gonna get screwed by that event card this time. This only affects lands with Dahan now. I think I'm just gonna wait for this. See what they do. Alright, after advancing invader cards, perform a build step! So great! Perform a build step in any terrain! Basically, let's add 4 builds this turn. Beasts deal damage. That's interesting. And then the other part was add a Dahan to mountain or sands with Dahan. Okay. Let's just remove all the beasts. Fangs is gone. No more Fangs. Fear a card. Alright, defend per Dahan. Well, that doesn't change anything. And Call of Dahan Ways wouldn't have really done anything there either. Okay. Coastal. Okay. Oh yeah, we have to build in a terrain. Oh no, this is bad when comboed with coastal. Because they're gonna build in a coastal land. Well, they're always gonna build a coastal land, that's the thing. But they're also gonna build a city now. Mountain's actually still the best, isn't it? I mean, it's actually kind of bad too, but they still won't build in D8. That's the thing. Whereas any other terrain is 4 builds. The fact that they're ravaging mountains, I guess. Oh, I can't select mountains anyway because it's selected. Never mind. So it's jungle, wetlands, or sands builds. Honestly, I just want to do wetlands. I think that's the least dangerous option. Although it is 3 coastal wetlands. So maybe it's the worst. Maybe it's literally the worst. That's happening. Five damage in B2 takes out 2 Dahan, but 2 survivors take out city town, and then, well, they would still build. Yeah, Sands and Jungle are only 1 coastal. Maybe Sands is better. Yeah. For some reason, Wetlands seemed like it was fine, but it's absolutely not fine in retrospect. Let's take advantage of the rewind feature. D2 is a scary land, but I don't want to build Sands because of that blight. And at least that city's strifed. We do have to do something about something, I guess. If I convert a town in D2, then they don't build a second city. I guess I'll sap the strength for B2. D5 is probably just going to be perfect stillnested. Vital Strength can defend D3 probably just by doing, this is range 2 presence if you reclaim, so you could go into D3 and defend that one. I'm gonna stop this city. Okay. Okay. I do not have 6 energy. Why do I not have 6 energy? Maybe it's a reclaim 1 turn. Maybe it's major power that's cheap turn. I'm having 4 energy this turn. Vital Strength is reclaiming, so it's really a question of am I gaining a power with Bringer or not. With these cards, Sap the Strength works well in B2. Can I have this repeated? Doesn't really matter. We're stopping that, I guess. Can't exactly give an element, though. Maybe I take a major and replace Gift of Constancy. If I can't play it, I can't play it. But chances are I'm going to find something that costs 4 or less. Trees and Stones is going to be 5 fear in B2. And then it's like, you know, perfect defend. I don't think we need Entwined Power. I think it's Trees and Stones. The odd thing is I actually Could keep Gift of Constancy. And once I have an any, I hit this threshold. Which can potentially be really good for next turn. Yeah, they're building B2 anyway. So the combo of B1 and B2 would work fine. So I want to keep Gift of Constancy. I'm probably just going to forget one of these cards then. Predatory Nightmares. Who cares about that card? Do I need to be somewhere important? Defend 5. So with Trees and Stones and Sap the Strength, I have B2 and D7 covered, oddly. 5, 7, 8. I could defend D5 and remove a Blight if I really wanted. Predatory Nightmares is turn 1 major Forget Fodder. Unless you're trying to, you know, gain the energy for that one card. But Bringer will be reaching Earth's thresholds. Bringer is just a better Earth. Plot twist. What if I get a repeat on Sap the Strength? Well, no. Well, no, repeat would, yeah. I don't really know. Where do I want to go with this is a question. I need Sacred Site for anything anymore. I need to be in a land with invaders for Night Terrors. That's the only thing, but that's only one fear in it. We don't have anything that cares about that, so I'm going to assume that we can deal with D2 somehow. We're not taking card place track. Not again. That. Are you taking energy again? Can we hit your repeat threshold somehow? Rituals. Rituals D2 actually really good. 5 damage and the Strife City. Okay. So it's gonna be rituals, which gives us one of each. We need an earth plant. That'd be draw. Yeah, so 4 energy is required for that. And I need to be in D3 to defend D3. Okay. And so we can repeat Sap the Strength. I'm not sure that that's actually important, though. Because it doesn't give enough defend against D5. Then again, since I'm doing this, if I do this, then I'm not your perfect stillnessing D5. The mountain D5 is defended or stillnessed. It's probably better to stillness it because it has the most buildings in it. So actually, the problem is I can't rituals in D2 if I do that. Yeah, I think it's better to repeat Sap and defend D5 with that. So D2, B7 Blights, that's fine. I want 5 fear. I don't really want to push you. But I think B1 is going to have a bajillion defense, so it doesn't matter. This, this. This. Okay. Towns deal +1 damage. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still enough to defend. That's fine. Each beast destroys an explorer. There are none. We're adding beasts. Woo! And Dahan to jungle or wetland with Dahan. I mean, if you insist, I could have more Dahan in B1. Sure. Go in the jungle. Oh, it only adds 1. It's not per player. Dang. That doesn't scale with more players. Rituals is happening here. We don't need more Dahan in there. We also don't need more Dahan in there. We'll just do it there. Beer card. Defend 2 in all lands. Hey, that almost stops the blight in B7. If only towns weren't dealing +1 damage. Oh, actually, they can escalate into D2. Makes sense to do that. It's gonna build a city, but we can guard the healing land in their next turn, or whatever. I think I want to do that. And I think it's just this, because that land is just gonna be super defended. And super damaged. 7 Dahan. 7 damage. 7 Dahan. 7 damage. Okay. Jungle builds. Be nice if I could actually get more Dahan over here, but I can't. Doesn't really matter for rituals. Basically, where do I want Dahan? Because moving explorers does nothing. Probably get it in D5. Oh no, get it in D1. Never mind. Do it in D1 because that's death by Dahan. You can move 1 explorer. Pending the event. Okay, cool. We're reclaiming 1 here. The question is, am I gaining power here? I guess I could. Take a major now? 6 energy major? 6 energy major. Oh. I hit the reclaim 1, so it wants me to do that. 6 energy major. Actually, can't be that expensive. Paralyzing Fright. That's the upgrade to Year of Perfect Stillness, as it were. No stuns. 2 earths and a plant on different cards. Am I in a mountain? Technically I am. Earth elements be damned. Exactly. What am I playing with Earth is the thing. Like, if I'm playing Sky Stretches or Call to Bloodshed, I could definitely take Paralyzing Fright and forget Year of Perfect Stillness. Could also take Jungle Hungers. Range 1 from a jungle could target D5. It doesn't... Or it could just target D6 itself. Problem, of course, is they don't have enough moon cards. Or any moon cards for the threshold. But they're building the city in D6, destroying the explored town. And with my innate defend 3, stops that ravage. Of course, these are a little more perilous. Only slightly, though. They're building a town in B4, so you can actually just destroy 2 towns in B4 if I take Jungle Hungers. It's only slightly closer in elements. If I take that... Probably just use Year of Perfect Stillness then, still. But that is good against England. The next one is... Wetlands, sands, or mountains. I could stop D5. It's probably better to just take Paralyzing Fright as the Perfect Stillness upgrade. It gives more fear than Jungle Hungers would potentially give. Unless I hit the threshold, but that's a little bit hard. A little bit hard. Aha! One damage and defend 2. So we have 7 damage and defend 14, but we're gonna push 2 towns out. But... Any energy. Yes. Yes. Repeats? Repeats? Repeat Gift of Constancy. At the end of turn, we reclaim 2 power cards. Treason Stone's a Gift of Constancy next turn? Oh boy. But I don't have a means of giving a plant, so no, that's not happening then. But I could still... Actually, I could just do this for the rest of the game. Reclaim 1, reclaim 1. 2 cards. It's a thing of beauty. Doesn't actually help too much with the jungle ravage because none of the jungles are consecutive. But it sounds cool. I guess I could still... I don't... Things are dying anyway. B3, do I have a plan for B3? My plan for B3 is to stop it from doing a thing. The problem is no Dahan in the other lands. Not with that attitude. You want Dahan in other lands? I'll give you Dahan in other lands. I could probably just guard the healing land and lit up Blight still. I don't have a defend for D2 though, is the thing. I guess that was my thought, was gonna guard the healing and then D2. The problem is there's 4 damage there that I forgot to account for somehow. Whoops. So that's a blight cascade thing, I guess. I can blight into B2 though. We will have a blighted island finally. Also possible we'll get a bajillion fear cards that will just solve our problems. Oh, it's only 4 defend. Right. That's what I was wondering. Well, I guess whatever. Whatever. Move the defend effect with them. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't add the defend effect to the other Dahan in that land. It just moves the defend from those 2 Dahan. So in that case, I pushed a town. I pushed 2 towns in there. I don't need to do that. I want them to build a city in before? No. Okay. The next normal ravaged cities do +3 damage. So D2 might blight. We get 4 fear. Actually, no, the city's blighted. No, D2's not blighting. B1 has 10 defend, so it's already good enough. Alright, so we curse the tongues. Discard sky stretches or forget sky stretches? Or do we just spend energy because we get a lot of energy gain? And if we're doing trees and stones and gift to constancy again, like Bringer doesn't need energy. I think we will spend 3 energy from vital strength, 2 energy from Bringer. Because we might want to play Manifest someday. You never know. Add a disease to... Oh, yeah, so that stops that build. That stops that build. And hey, we get a beasts back. Yes! Yes! Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. Invaders take 1 damage per Dahan there. Oh my. Unfortunately, all the lands with Dahan are already ravaging. Except for D7. Absolutely want 1 fear though. Get another fear card. Is this dying? 3, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, it's dying. I'll just do this one. And then there's no other land that matters because everything's dying. Just wipe out P1. Okay, fear card number 2. Add strife in a land with Dawn. That's not helpful! I could have actually put something in B2, actually. I pushed the town in there, changed my mind on it. Everything's dying. All the strife. What do you do? This city looks like it needs more strife. Move up the 3 health of invaders from a land with disease. Or an explorer from an inland land. Actually. And there's no one in there next turn. Okay. Oh yeah, because B3's cascading. That's why it's asking us. All of that, and none of them helped. Dahan, and doesn't target B3. Yeah, none of that helped with B3. Damn it. Let's just take care of all the other lands first. Are we getting into Terra level 3? Oh my god, we are. So all we have to do is get rid of the 3 cities, 4 cities, 5 cities. There's gonna be 5 cities. Islands blighted. Immediately destroy 3 presents. That's what we've had to deal with this entire game. All right, we're moving these 2 because nothing's happening over there. You're gonna move probably that one as well. Bringer's a little bit harder, but not too much. Don't really need sacred sites. We can remove our sacred sites. And we have to somehow take out cities now. Or we just, you know, forget the whole... We only need 3 more fear cards and we win the game. So maybe we just, you know, fear gen. We're Bringer. We don't need to be in this land. There's nothing happening in that land now. Sand. Yeah, the question is, am I going to lose the game to Blight? Am I going to lose the game to England? Or something else? All the jungles don't have Dahan. However, I can still gather 3 in next turn with my trees and stones. It's funny. I gather 3 in here. It needs Dahan in there. Oh, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. I kill this guy. Bringer gets 24 fear before breakfast. Jungle Ravage. Guard the healing land would actually stop D6. Yeah. Doesn't matter what I click because the other one's coming back to me anyway. Okay, Major V2? I guess the thing is... Building sands... I probably want my presence in B3... or B5. Am I using trees and stones this turn? I mean, I guess I don't have to. It's not going to do that much if there's not Dahan in these lands. But if I reclaim Dreams of the Dahan... Gather 2 in here. 2 damage, defend 4. Push the town out. Defend 4 would be enough for D4. Or no, not Ravaging Sands. Ah! Alright. It's been a night. So I don't need the threshold on trees and stones. If I'm using it, it makes sense to even use it though. There's nothing next to B8. I mean, B8 could just blight whatever. Island's blighted already. Having it next turn for D4 and B3 would be nice. Do I reclaim and take Manifest Incarnation? That's a bajillion fear. I do have the any. Not really hitting the threshold. I guess I'm gaining a power card if I do this. In which case I might hit the threshold. The moon would be gotten... If I get a free sun moon card, I can do this. -6 damage is, I guess, not as important. I would like the 3 fear, though. I just like fear. I like fear. That is not a free sun moon card. I'll take Guardian Serpents. Meh. I think I actually probably chose all the wrong cards with the reclaim, but I do want to get Dahan in D4 and B3 in some capacity, and these cards don't do it. Oh, next stage 3's next. Stage 3's next. We could do Vigor next turn. If I could, I mean will. But it does need Dahan in the lands, so we need things that get Dahan in the lands. I think I'm just gonna reclaim to get my Dahan cards back, and we'll work towards 3 card plays next. And just gonna put myself in here. So is that remotely acceptable? Doesn't seem like it's remotely acceptable. That makes it more acceptable. Sap for D6 then. Like, I just want to do Dahan into here, and then Dahan into here. And then the combination of Vigor of the Breaking Dawn together with Trees and Stones should wipe out B3 and what's left of D4. There's still B5 to consider. I lost my headphones. Accidentally unplugged. I have an any. I guess the any was going to be on the sun. Actually, hold on a second. I have the 3 moons. I can hit the threshold on this. Give myself a sun, and then I gain a sun, and I hit the threshold on this. Of course, the problem is I'm not doing anything about D6. I could do Sky Stretches on Vital Strength next turn and then use some other Dahan gathering means to make it fast. In which case, to keep the one that allows me to gather in a land without Dahan. We do guard the healing land to remove the blight and give enough defend. Cool. Needs a sun. Each player may push any number of explorers towns from one land. Any number. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Cool. I also have Dreams of Dawn, which actually gathers Dawn. Okay. Well, I guess my Dawn problem is solved. Event card. We have 1 water. 1 water. I guess we have water cards to forget on Bringer. Each spirit may add a presence to one of their lands with Dawn. I mean, if you put it that way, I could play 4 cards with Earth next turn. And the beasts are attacking. They're attacking. Don't think -1 health is important. Light to sands I don't want because I can cascade and land beast. So we ease the drought. Well, forget Cycles of Time. We have not actually used that again. Also discard Call of Dahan Ways. It's fine. But now we get presents. And this is add to land with Dahan. We can at least just get defend there. There's a dream of getting to 3 card plays on Bringer. I don't really want. We'll take out the town. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Push from 1 land. If only that could stop the build in B5. But it would stop the city build, and I think that's good enough then. After all, we still have to stop all the cities. Now, abandon Dahan in the jungle. You're correct. Yeah, so remove the ones from D5. It's a slow-moving game. So how many buildings are in that land? Stop removing my eyesight thing. I'm trying to look and see. 2 cities, 3 towns. That's 5 buildings. 2 towns, 2 cities. That's 4 buildings. So, only slightly scary. Is that actually enough to deal with B3? How much is in here? I guess we just literally had this up. Removing a town, a city, and an explorer. So there'd be a city, 2 towns, and 2 explorers. 3, 5, 7, 8 damage, minus 6 is 2. Actually very tempting to just do it. And that one we could gather 2 explorers out, and then it's perfect defended, and the Dahans retaliate. You can't use it in that land. Oh yeah, because I didn't actually... Oh, shoot. I didn't actually play Sky Stretches. That was why I was thinking of that. I can do it then in this land. And with minus 6 damage, it's enough. In which case, draw Fruitful Earth to get 2 Dahan in there. Take 1. I don't know. Oh, there's also enough defend because of the Dahan. Defend 1 per Dahan. In which case I could have moved more guys. Aha! I don't know that it matters at all, but we'll move more guys in. Fear! Fear! Cool. Okay then. 4 card plays? Do I need energy for 4 card plays? 1, 4, 5, 8. No, I don't need energy for 4 card plays. I'll just... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh. I wonder how I'm gonna get fear, huh? Huh. Huh. Okay. I wonder how we're gonna win this. Oh, Prey on the Builders, nice. I could play more, right, I could play more cards. Yeah. Wonder how I'm gonna get fear. I wonder how I'm gonna get fear. Okay. When your fear generation is so good that you win the game before you were even ready for it. All right, it's 10:41. It's been a 3-hour, 41-minute stream. I don't think we're gonna do 4th wave, but we did 6 spirits of the 12, and we blighted the island, so it was gonna still be England 2. There is 9 blight on the island. Going into wave 4, it would be 8 blight left on the island. 4 times 2 is 8, so we'd be removing 1 blight. Putting it back on the card. 21 Dahan. I think that's more. Right? Because that's over 10 per land. Yep, so we gained Dahan that game. Not 54, but you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your stay. This was Dolphin's Dive. We stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. playing the Handelabra product strategically. You can check out the other streams you have on this channel. Every Monday at 5 p.m. is Luck of the Seamus with Seamus the Hug Monster. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Handelabra Live with John and sometimes Jeremy, who are two of the leads of Handelabra that like to demo content before it is publicly available. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. is Dolphin's Dive. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. is Spirit Island Saturdays with sometimes myself, sometimes John, sometimes Seamus, and maybe you, if you claim the 20,000 point Labra award to be a guest on Spirit Island Saturdays. And every Sunday at 6 p.m. is Tales from the Archive with another letdown. The Handelabra products include Sentinels of the Multiverse, One Deck Dungeon, Bottom of the Ninth, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island, as well as the redacted Uncle Slam. You can find information on most of those games, but not all of those games, Uncle Slam, at handelabra.com. They're all fun games. The base games are pretty good priced, especially respective to their physical counterparts. The expansions do add up, but they are quite fun, and I love these games so much. But that is it. You can check me out at twitch.tv/LogicDolphin, twitter.com/LogicDolphin. Discord is Logic Dolphin, YouTube is Logic Dolphin. I'm Logic Dolphin everywhere. But until then, have a good night.